if you look at, it's really very simple. Just take a few moments to look at history and what you've come up through this lifetime. And it's more than evident that most people have been indoctrinated and conditioned to be told what to do. You see, you have to consciously recognize that. And that is the approach that most people have to this. They want to be told what to do. And Val's a good one. At a certain point, Val's funny. He says, well, you mean I have to do something? No, you don't have to, but you want to get going with this, the reality. This is the nowness of what's going on. Yeah. If you want to succeed in becoming totally free and totally aware and stand real with the all is and the real guides, you got to step up. No, it's not just chanting and singing and do a few things. You got to figure things out. You're facing the world, this realm, this galaxies, and all of creation. Are you ready to do that? This is where many times before you said no. And so, there's a much bigger picture here that is not seen. And so, again, most people are, and it's understandable. I get it. So this is why it takes a few minutes, and you should attend the Skypes. They're available all over the world. You should listen to the recordings. Paul did recordings, but nothing like this. Definitions, nothing like this. In other words, Paul basically used the old innuendos, so the old references, to simply put it together to start something. That doesn't mean it's good, bad, or indifferent. No, it was the quality at that time. But for the new nowness, compared to the isness, the nowness that's being presented doesn't work, because those are just, those are nice statements, but, there has to be a reference to action here, something that you got to figure out. And so that's the fun part. That's what I like. I've always done that with my business and everything. Always taking the risk. And it comes out. I took the risk with the Vessel Project and everything else. I didn't ask the boys, oh, should I do this? I didn't ask them. I just did it. I didn't ask them for their approval or anything. I just did it. I made sense of it the best I can, and I learned myself by the decision that I had made with that, even the new presentation, everything. I didn't ask them. They just showed me the NUUU. That was it. Yeah, I had a lot of experiences. I wrote about those. But the end result was they showed me the NUUU, and I had to figure that out too. And then I added the U. Like I said, I did that. I took the risk. I didn't ask them, but they backed it because it made sense. I figured out how to make sense of it. And so again, no, things aren't the same. And this is what people are looking for. They're looking, it's like, what do I do? And many times as they come on the Skypes too. And this is why, the idea of the Skypes is to share. This is really, I've said this many times, why are you here? The whole idea is to share. Yes, you're learning, but at the same time, be ready. What do they teach you in boot camp? Be ready. What's the Boy Scout mantra? Be prepared. Again, that's what they teach you in the Boy Scouts, all these little things, etc. It's all over the place. Who's prepared? Most people are so sedated by this system. Everything is so commonplace, and they're desensitized and self-satisfied. People don't really have an original thought or know what to do with their lives. A lot of these kids that go to college and that, you ask them, they don't know where they're going. They're just taking classes. To where? To nowhere. And even if they do get a degree, those that make it through, where are they going? To some cabal job to add to the destruction of the all-natural environment? That's real. And people praise their degrees. Oh, I got a bachelor's. Oh, I got my master's. Oh, I got my PhD. Great. Now you can add to the destruction and demise of the world. Good for you. Yeah. Now you can have your high-paying job and work for Monsanto. Yeah, or the government or something like that, some agency, which you think is really cool. Fine. Have fun. I'd rather take the risk and present the boys and the all is and surpass all of this. And so again, yes, most people want to be told what to do, Charles, and to let them know that no, there's no authorities here. We don't tell people what to do. but we do give suggestions as to how to succeed with a real life. That's what I'm doing. And so again, the focus is the all is. And again, the easiest way to start is the NUUU, read the books. And a fun part is learn to, shine like the sun and learn to recognize what the sun is demonstrating. That's only the first part. Then from there, when you even possibly recognize that, good luck, okay? From there, then you take the next step to recognize what everything isn't. And how is it that you can consider this reality when it cannot be considered? Can you do that? You see, there's a lot more. So, yes, we're in the lower trenches of a dark realm, which is black. And yes, people have been trained. This is what the elites want. They want people, this is what when they're going to school, they're told what to do. Oh, you do your homework assignment, you bring the assignment back. Okay, good, I'll give you an A on this. Oh, yeah, then you go home and tell your parents, well, after you've went through that a whole lifetime, you're indoctrinated again, like from past lifetimes. So you're always looking to be told, aren't you? Yes, and even if you're working for yourself, you're not. You're still in the prison yard. You're still in human farming land. It's still all the same. Here is something that is so special and unique and makes sense, but I'm limited by words too. So all I can do is create reference. Yes. I don't make it into, oh, this is a doctrine and these will become sacred words at some point. You put it in your microwave for 30 minutes and you pull it out and then all of a sudden it's sacred writing. I don't think it's going to look too good, the book, after 30 minutes in the microwave. But, this is what people are thinking. We're in the microwave generation. Instantly, all of a sudden, oh, it's sacred writings. This is what the corporation and others do. All of a sudden, everything that Harry's saying, which is just old nonsense, is sacred writings. Well, and then you can charge more money for it because now it's sacred writings. And all that goes to Joni's hidden bank accounts. How fun. Okay, if you want to play that game, go for it. But realistically, you have to, this is where you recognize as the people come to you, where they're at, and they decide, what is it that you want? You see? Is it you want just the knowledge? Well, take it. It's there. It's yours. You can have it. Some of it you pay for, or you find it on the internet somewhere, and just take it and start your own thing or have your own life, whatever. But the end result of what I'm presenting here is I'm showing you how to stand real with the real guides and the all is, so that you are no longer the effect of anything, that you have a freedom and a real life that you can't even imagine is so real. It's so awesome. But you got to go through the process. So, yeah, there you go, Charles. Yes, most people want to be told what to do. And I don't want to sit here and tell people what to do. I'm doing what I'm doing, and, hey, figure it out or whatever. And if you don't, you don't. But you have to make the effort at least to figure it out too, you see. And so I give suggestions, but who's listening? And there are a few, fortunately. So we're on this adventure, and that, like I said, that adventure will lead into another. These are steps we're going through. In the meantime, something to do. But you can't, and even when the Vessel Project is here and the universal community or whatever, I'm not going to be telling people what to do. They're going to have to figure it out. The first question I ask a person that comes up is what do you want to do? Okay? What exactly do you want to do? And that doesn't mean that I'm going to fulfill their wishes. That's not the idea. I want them to see, why are they showing up at all? Why does anybody show up to the Skype groups? What are you doing here? See, so that's the first step for you to wake up and realize, hey, I'm here because, well, then we take it from there, don't we? And we make sense of it to where eventually, if the person has a sincere intent, that's what it takes, is sincerity and a real intent to recognize that, to succeed with this, not just because you're collecting knowledge and you're being informed. No, that's just the start. That's not the end result. You want to be like Superman? Well, figure it out. You can be. But again, you have to go through the process. You have to start somewhere, and you have to decide every step, every moment. You are totally aware every moment of every action and every idea, and you recognize what you're relating to and how you're relating it to, whatever. Yes, so everything I try and relate everything I can, but many times I have to just give hints because people can't take it direct. They can't take it direct at all. So you give them little hints or this or that, or you say little things, or you just agree. Lots of times people say things and I disagree. It's like, okay, because they've already made their statement. So when people show up and basically they're saying, well, what do I do? Okay, they're really saying, well, what am I doing here? Well, you decided to come here. Do you have any idea at all? Just like if you want to become a doctor, do you have an imagination? Do you see yourself becoming the doctor? If you don't, how are you going to become the doctor? So what is it from what you've read or what you've referenced here? What is it that you're relating to? So you work off of that. But again, most people, they want to be told, and that's not what we're here for. We're not here to tell people. We're here to share and show them how life will show them what's real, and then they decide from there. You see, that's the fun part. That's the adventure because it's unlimited. It's so unlimited. It's not restricted to just ideas. Ideas are references. That's all they are. We use them as references, not as realities. And this is where when people refer to the old ideas, God, spiritual, soul, and politics, religion, whatever, these are old, concrete, absolute, supposedly absolute ideas, and where do they relate to the whole of life? Guess what? They don't. Life does not recognize them. That's the most important thing. What is being presented here, the true reality of life is, recognizes it. And even if somebody copies it verbatim and puts it out there, it's according to the intent they have and sincerity that life will recognize it or it won't. It's just a thing then, see? So keep that in mind too. Where's your sincerity? Where's your intent? Is it real? Or is it just to promote something, get this or that or whatever? And you can do that too, just like Joni is with the corporation. It's all about the money and the power and whatever. And that's all she'll have. She'll have nothing. She's already crying about the people that are leaving. I see her on the real side. All of them are. All deception shows up. Here's the idea. We don't need to deceive others. We don't need to try and get something that's not necessary because it's not necessary. It's more fun to be real and to figure this out. Okay, like when we were little kids, we went on our adventure and we just did all these funny things and, we weren't concerned about time or eating or anything. We're just on our adventure to figure things out, you see? And we'd ask our parents, gee, Daddy, what is life or what is God or whatever? Yeah, we looked up to somebody because they were taller than us. That's for sure. But realistically, no matter what the answer was, hey, we just went off and did our adventure, didn't we? Until the day came when we had to go to school and do the routine and then finally got through school, the drudgery of that, the 12 grades, basically. And then we had to either go to college or get our own job. And now we're in the society all drudged down. No wonder we can't figure out. No wonder it comes to a point where we want to be told what to do because we can't even think for ourselves. And yeah, it's a toughie because most people's imagination, you might say, they've allowed it to be stolen just as a start. And that only works in creation. From your experiences and your imagination and everything, at some point you should gain insight to where you become more intuitive, to eventually you take the big step and recognize your real awareness, and eventually the all is itself. So, do you have the courage to go through the process, to be shown what is real, and to take advantage of that and to step up and do something real? Yes, everybody, it's all for you. It's always for you. That's why we're here. We're always here. Simply pay attention.
This planet Earth needs a lot of help from all of us right now. Dean Val of NUUU, Nations United, UNUversal, UNUversity, is contacting people around this world every day to share the importance of the all-natural environment supporting all of us. Dean Val and Duane Lee Hepner.org 501c3 have created CAN, Community Action Network, to help all communities become aware of how to be self-sufficient with permaculture and food and rainforests. We are always looking for real people to step up who want to learn what life on this earth is all about. We will be leasing large portions of land to create something wonderful for all communities everywhere. Contact Val Vittles on Skype and Facebook, and through the phone number and the website DuaneTheGreatWriter.net provided in the links, to get involved with what we all can do now. The NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, is dedicated to supporting and providing a real purpose and real awareness, with the all-natural environment supporting all of us. First comes this earth, with food and rainforests, and to protect what is still here. For those who have the awareness to see what is actually taking place here, with all the natural devastation, which is also purposely planned by world controllers, you now have a real opportunity to step up and do something with those who also care about your planet Earth. Duane Lee Hepner has created the NUUU, Nations United UNUversal UNUversity, which completely entails the all-natural environment everywhere, and a real education that has real value, and that far surpasses any commonly created indoctrinating educational system that does not focus on what sustains all of us naturally. Real survival makes sense with everything here that is self-sustaining.